So, so I was looking at a couple pictures for the Predator, the original, the headpiece, and what I would like to do, it's got like a silver finish to it, but it also has like some undertones. Okay, and one of the ones that I wanted to do is go like I was thinking about stippling on first rough iron before I stipple on the steel or metal look. Okay, so, and I used this method before for something else and it worked out pretty well, so I'm hoping that it does the same now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to add, oops, let's put it here. Alright, I should be cleaning these things, but I'll do it tonight. Alright, so basically I got an old brush, alright, that I cut off. The bristles were all done. You know, this is old, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to get rid of a lot of it, alright, and then you're going to start stippling on. Alright. And I got a little bit of the dark brown back there. Alright. We'll get all that mixed in. I gotta check to see if there's somebody at the door. So you get a couple of different colors in there, a little variation, just stipple it on. Alright, so I'm going to leave that like that, let it dry, and I'll come back and then I'll try something else. Alright, so I sealed that, and I'm going to use the same brush I cleaned it. And just to make sure, I don't know if I showed you guys, the color that I used, it was rough iron by the Army Painter, War Paints. Okay, it's a metallic. And the next color that I want to use is to give it a little more variation of tone. I want to use the dark silver. Alright. And again, I'm just going to pour it in here. Planning on using a whole lot to, you know, for this one, just some undertone. Alright, so then again, smash it down, start stippling. I like that effect that it has. You see that effect? That's what you're gonna get. I really like that. Okay, so I'm gonna wait. Now, yeah, when I seal it, it's gonna tone it down a little bit. When I'm done with everything, I'm gonna go in with a little satin finish on this and give it a little bit of a, bring some of that reflection back, but I don't want to go too glossy or anything like that. So, alright, so okay, so I'm going to seal it to protect that layer because I'm going to be stippling the next color. Alright, so I'll be back in a few. Alright, so I just tested these two silvers out over here. You can look at them. These two right here. Okay, and the lighter one is the Pro Acro, and the darker one is plate mail metal. By the Army Painter. Alright, so I'm going to use the darker one. I don't want to go with the brighter one because I don't want to keep it a little aged. I got other ones, but they all seem just too bright. And these were like the ones that seemed a little bit darker, so I want to go with the darker one. Alright. So let me put You can always, I'm leaving a little bit here on the old ones that I just put down, so I can go a little bit back and forth if I have to. Alright, so far I really like the way this is coming out. Alright, see that? Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna put some of this down. This is all dry underneath it, so I gotta clean all this crap. Alright, so I'm gonna stick all this stuff on. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm really good. I like it. This is like that nice battered, worn look, man. I like it. Alright. Cool. So we're gonna. Alright, so this is pretty much done right here, right now. I'm gonna let that, and I'm gonna seal it, and I'm gonna do the oils later. Alright, I want to finish the arms first. So what I need to do to finish the arms is just to finish the shirts and the nails, fingernails. Alright, so when I come back, that's what we're gonna be working on. Okay, and then the oils is gonna be last because it's gonna take a while for it to dry, a couple days. Depending how, it all depends how much. I want to use the method that GillVert from Red Dragon uses to do the oils, the way that I learned from him, and I'm gonna try his method. He dilutes his oils quite a bit, and he gets to be able to put a sealer like maybe the next day and stuff. I don't know about me, because I'm still learning the way he does it, and I want to see how it works out. So if I have to just wait maybe 1 or 2 more days to let it dry, I'm way okay with that. Okay, as long as it dries fully. All right, just remember, don't seal anything without letting it dry completely, because then you're gonna ruin your piece. All right. So you got to make sure that it's dry completely before you do anything. Alright, so when I come back, that's what we're going to be working on. This is all ready to go as far as stuff. And then at the end, we're going to do the leaves and adding more plants to make it look to make it pop out really nice. Alright, so I'll be back. Okay, so first shirt we're gonna do is Arnold's red. So I masked the crap out of this. I don't want to get any other red on anything else. So let me put this here for a second. We need to, when you do masking like this, it gets sloppy. So. Excuse me. So we put them here like this for a minute. Okay. And the red that I'm using is red from Vallejo Model Air. Plain and simple. Just a regular red. Might do a little highlight with a little, maybe yellow or orange or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so put a little flow improver, not too much. Not too much thinner because it's air, so it should be thin already. I think I'm still gonna need a little thinner. Just a drop or two. And my mixer is right here. Now I got rid of the one that had all the metallic in it, the towel, because you don't want to get metallic on your stuff. Alright, so I threw it out. Don't want to get it all mixed up and become a problem. There's your painting. Alright. So if there's one thing that the painting has to get off, is metallics. Alright, so I'm gonna put this out of the way so I can paint on it. And let's see how this lays down. Let this dry, we're going to seal it. Alright, then we're going to hit the shadows. Alright, a little bit of highlight. Alright. A little highlight first and then the shadows. So I'm going to let this dry and I'll be back. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shade a little bit. I'm going to use just the shading. Shading gray from Golden. Alright. One drop. This stuff is already thin. Alright. Very translucent. Should work pretty good. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, good. Very lightly I'm going to go in and shade in here. Okay, that's it right there. Just shade it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna throw a little highlight. Got these little white specks, and I don't know what the hell they came from, and it's kind of pissing me off a little bit. So I try to get them out, and it might have been because the paint might have been still wet. But it is what it is. I'm gonna try to hide it. I couldn't get them out, so. Okay, I want to clean my brush, do stuff, and then we'll do a little highlighting. Alright, so I mixed the color already here. I'm going to use Amaranth Red. Alright, from Vallejo. Amaranth Red. Just a little highlight, just not too much. Alright, it's like a little orangey. Alright. So I'm going to try to hit it from this angle. From this angle right here. Let me move this real quick. I want to get paint on it. I'm using it as a holder, you know, so. Just very lightly. So I lightened it up. Alright. And I'm going to try to preserve some of those highlights, but I'm going to hit it with overspray with the red and see how it all melds down together. Alright. So I'll let it dry, clean up my airbrush, and I'll be back. Alright, so I mixed the original red. Let me get this out of the way again. Okay. To bring back some of that original red back. That's good enough. I'll let that dry. And we're going to seal it. Alright. We're getting there, guys. Slowly but surely. Alright. Let me get this in focus. So that's what we did today. We did the helmet. Focus. There you go. They came out very nice. I might hit it with a little bit more silver. But I don't know yet. We'll see. Once I get everything else in there, I'll take a better look at it. Now, remember I got to do the oils on the base. I want to leave it for last. So I don't want to get everything, when I finish. I want to have somewhere to put the arm while I'm finishing it up. And then I'll take it off and I'll put it aside and I'll do the oils and stuff. But once I'm done with the oils, you see how Mark Van he sculpted these branches here. I'm going to use those. I want to put more leaves like this on this and just give it more. Alright. Maybe wrap a couple around, maybe, I don't know. I was thinking about doing that, but I don't like the stem that thing that I ordered. I'll show it to you guys when I start doing it. It looks kind of fake and, gaudy. I did order some palms also to put. Think about putting a palm fern kind of thing somewhere around here, maybe back here somewhere. I don't know. I have a couple ideas, so we'll see how that goes. All right, but let me peel this off and see what it looks like. Okay. All right, so see some of this edges gotta get cleaned up, painted, touched up, but other than that, everything came out very nice. Alright, I'm pretty happy with the shadows and the highlights. Nice and subtle. Alright, we're going to do the same thing with this one, but we're going to continue with this one tomorrow. I'm a little tired now, so. And hopefully I'll be able to finish the nails. Alright, and then we'll hit the base and finish that up. There's not a lot left. We're almost there. Alright, I'll see you later on tomorrow. Thank you. Alright, so welcome back. What I'm going to start working on now is doing this shirt right here. Okay, so I already mixed the paint. I'm going to start off with a dark color. What did I do with it? I do not know. There it is. I'm going to start with a dark natural gray for the shadows. Alright, because I want to do a mid-tone and then a highlight. Okay. So I did this yesterday. Look what it's doing already. It's already drooping everywhere. Like to see. It's crazy. Okay, but at least it's covering up most of the stuff. So that I need to cover up. So that's good. Alright, so we're going to hit the shadows on this. Alright. By hitting the shadows, I mean by hitting underneath with a little bit of a darker color and hitting them in the folds. Okay. And I want to do that now before I throw in the lighter colors because I want that to blend in a little bit better. So I'm hitting it from the bottom. Alright, and just naturally letting it get onto those folds. Alright. So I'm going to hit it like this. Kind of like that right there. Okay. Alright. Let it dry, seal it, come back, let's do another color. Alright, so I have 2 colors that I want to be using for the next steps. Next couple of steps for the shirt. Very simple. I don't want to make it too complicated. So what I want to do is give it a mid-tone with the bright warm gray. Okay, and then go over the top for the highlights with the bright natural gray. Okay, so you see the difference in colors here. Alright, this one's just a hint a little bit darker on the darker side. Okay, so so I want to give it like an overspray the whole thing just very lightly with this. We're going to use this as our mid-tone. And then for our highlights, we're going to go with this. We might go up with another highlight depending on how it turns out. Alright, we might have to go with a little bit lighter color over it and blah, blah, blah. But we'll see as we go, alright? You know, things change as you start to lay paint down and you want to see how the paint reacts and everything like that because it might not turn out to look like the way you want it. So you always might have to go back and do something with it and to adjust those colors. Alright, it's not always going to come out the way you want it or you imagine it. So you know, you have to sometimes work at those things, you know. And once you start laying down paint and you know things like that, get familiar with the colors that you work with, you're going to have a better understanding how it reacts. Alright, but for now, and I'm not saying that I'm a pro at this thing, but you know, you know, you learn from those trials and errors, you know. So, and different brands react differently too, and you know when you lay them down and things, and how diluted. There's a lot of variables involved with that. So, all right. So let me get a good mix in here. In there a little bit. Alright, that's good. I'm happy where that is right there. I don't want to do any more. Alright, I like how the shadows are still there. Okay, maybe hold on a second. Let me put a little more here in this part right there. This is good right there. Shadows are still there. Okay. So now we're going to hit the next color from the top. Alright. And that's going to give us our highlights. Alright. Now you can go either more highlights. You know, you can go with one highlight. You can do the second highlight with this higher parts. You're going to do this. And then if you want to accentuate certain folds or anything like that, you can always do that with another color. Another lighter color. It's totally up to you how much light you want to emphasize on the certain parts of the kits. Okay. All right. So let me let this dry and spray and clean the airbrush. All right. So I got the bright natural gray. All right. And I'm gonna overspray from the top. All right, just like this. Okay, from this side. All right, let's start. I think that's it right there. What do you guys think? I'm gonna do a little wash later on to get into those little details that he's got on the shirt. So I'm gonna do a little wash down on the wrong sleeve, but that's about it. Okay. Alright, I like that right there. I think I'm gonna leave it right there. I don't want to do too much more. So I don't want to lose those shadows. You know, I got some nice shadows going on right there. Alright, so don't forget that this kid's going to be standing like this, so, alright, that's some nice shadows right there, you see that? Alright, you see the mid-tone in there, you see the darker shadow underneath. Alright, so that's what I wanted to get right there, alright? Pretty simple. I went, you know, backwards on this one. I went dark first, alright? And I worked up to the lighter color, alright? They came out really nice. Nice little touch. And like I said, I'll do a wash around the sleeve later on to get those details out. Alright. I want to seal it, and then I'm going to take this off and I'm going to start doing the nails. And touch up some of this stuff here if I have to. I could do that off camera. I mean, I don't want to bore you guys with stuff like that, but alright, we'll see. Okay, alright, just did a little boo-boo, if you can see that. I touched that while it was still wet by accident. But I want to... So I wanted to show you that I just took the masking off and did a boo-boo. I touched that while it was still wet. I can touch that up, no big deal. I just want to show you what the outcome was. Just a little bit of touch-up that needs to be done. But look at... Here you can see the detail in the veins and the colors and everything, which is really cool. I don't know, sometimes the lights just bounce different ways around here. Same thing with his arm. Check that out. Alright. It's really cool. Alright, so I just need to touch up and clean up some of these areas here around the sleeve, which is no big deal. It should be rather quick, and same thing with Arnold. And I'll touch this up, and then I'll come back and we'll do the nails. Alright, I just wanted to show you real quick. Alright, I'll do this little touch-ups off screen. This is tedious, and I want it to be close, so I'm not going to be able to show you on screen a whole lot, you know, what it's going to look like, so, okay? But, you know, that's where I'm at right now. Alright, I just wanted to show you guys. What I decided to do is start working on the base. I'm going to start doing the oils. Okay, okay, so I decided to start working on the base. We're going to do some oils. Got some sponges here just to start wiping down. Gotta clean this desk. It's going to drive me crazy. As soon as I'm done, that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, this already's been primed. I put a light color. It was the Steinores natural color, and I used that as a base. Also sealed it. And I laid down already some oils here on this cardboard. Let me get that on the screen so you guys can see it at least. The colors that I have chosen. Alright, so I wrote them down so you guys know what I have. Burnt umber, light red, raw sienna, burnt sienna, and raw umber. Alright. So one way that GillVert showed us how to do it one day was he was using thinner. This stuff right here, Mona Lisa. All right, for oil, and I'll put some in a cup. All right, so what I do is I'm gonna grab some, put some thinner in your brush, and you're gonna grab some paint, and you're gonna start laying down. Where do I gonna go? I'm not sure. You know, I've been thinking about maybe putting down a little darker color down first, and then working my light way up with the lights. I think that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna start with the raw umber on this. So I'm gonna grab some raw umber. All right, and you're gonna start spreading it. All right. And I'm gonna get some color on those ropes too, because then later on when it dries, I'll go in there and I'll paint it. But I'll get some of that dark color underneath it. All right. Just lay this down, spread it out, and we're going to try to do as thin as we can, because the thinner you go, the faster it will dry. Alright, that's the key here. Alright, so I think I want to get some color in there. Alright. So I get some more thinner, get some more color. Now the reason why I put it on cardboard is because it takes out, it helps, you know, with the drying process. It takes all that excess oil out, and it helps to keep the paint to dry faster. All right. So far I like that. Just the way it's looking now. It's nice. Alright, so you spread it. Get some color in this thing. Just try to get into like crevices and stuff. Alright. Alright, so let's see what I like that right there. Let's grab a sponge. Come that off a little bit. Alright, and let's start wiping away a little bit. Alright, just go with the grain. What you're doing is you're wiping away all that excess. Okay. That looks good just like that, man. I like that. Alright, so next, I want to go maybe with a little bit lighter than that. Just over the top. And I'm looking at that raw seal. It's got a little red in it. Yeah, I think that's it right there. Alright. Let's try it. Oof. Maybe a little stronger. Let's see. Let's see how it works out when we wipe it. All right. That's it. Yeah, I like that. I like the color right there, guys. That's it. That's the color. All right, burnt sienna. Alright, I think that's good. I don't want to go any further with anything else. I think I'm happy right here where this is. I think that red gave it more of life into the woodwork and the wood grain and everything. And I'm really happy the way this is turning out. It's got some really pretty tone variation all over, which I really like it. What do you guys think? So once this dries and I spray and coat and seal it, I'm going to do the rope. Alright, and then we have to do the vines. Okay? And things like that. Doing a couple other really cool stuff to the base. So we're gonna let this, unfortunately we gotta let this dry maybe a day or two before we can seal it. Alright, so until that's done with that, then I won't return with this until then. Alright, so in the meantime, I'll probably start with another project and start filming that, so I get a little ahead of that while this dries. All right. So that's the only bad part about oils. The good thing is that we thinned it down really good, and we wiped it off the excess. All right, and hopefully it'll dry pretty quick. All right. So I'll test it out. Tomorrow around this time and see where we're at, and then if we can continue, we'll continue. But if not, we'll I'll just jump ahead and another thing, start working on that. You guys can hear my printer going crazy. That's part of the next project that I want to be working on for the channel. Kind of continuation on the different ethnicities with skin tones and stuff like that. That was a request that people were asking, so that's what we're doing. I figure we start off easy. This should have been an easy project with Cold Weather's arm, for the broshake part of the movie. A little something to get your feet wet in, and then we're going to move into doing a couple of characters that I got working on. Okay, so hang in there. When I come back, we're going to be finishing the base, and I think we should be done by then. Once the base is done. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out there.
Dylan! You son of a bitch!